All right, as we jump into settings of Breadboard, we are going to go a little more in depth on supplier management. As we click on supplier management, you're going to be taken to this screen. You've got four different tabs right here. Up first is going to be available suppliers. Right here, you can go search through everyone you want right here. You could use the search. So, let's go analog devices. Um, you could go Mauser, and you're going to get a little bit of basic information here. One, name. Two, you're going to have the website. Three, you're going to have their address. Four, their connection to the supplier. So in some cases, you're going to see proxied. And in other cases, so let's go back to analog devices. You're going to see right here, proxied. And then you're going to see how that's been modified. If you go back to Mauser, you're going to see a direct connection. This means we've connected your custom pricing API with Mauser to Breadboard. And then this means it'll just pull from that API and give you that custom pricing. In this window as well, we can always add in a new supplier. Just add in that name. It could be, let's just say Breadboard. You can add in the URL, some basic information with address and whatnot. And then you always have to add a contact. So, I could come in here and do John Doe, add in a phone number, an email, and you can hit add contact and go from there. I'm not going to add this for our purposes, but that would be how you go through adding a new supplier. Up next, another beneficial thing that we have here in Breadboard is going to be supplier preferences. Right here, you're going to see we're on our default profile. We've got that priority tier, secondary tier, and base tier. So all of those suppliers that were in this available supplier tab are going to be found in here. It is very easy to adjust. As you can see, we can just move one supplier to the next tier. And then on top of that, we can always just flip them on or flip them off. And you're going to see that the system updates it. What's really sweet here is our supplier preferences will work during the auto allocation feature of Breadboard. And it's going to take these supplier preferences based on the profile you select into account. So if you are running an allocation to these suppliers on a BOM you're working with, Breadboard's going to look at this priority tier first and their pricing and the pricing that we're receiving from them before moving on to the secondary tier and then that base tier. The benefits of this is just going to be able to take into account which suppliers you work with the most. Maybe you have special custom pricing with them. And in other cases, you're able to create multiple profiles. So I'm on a default, let's just say I want to go to military. Let's say I want to go to Lockheed Martin. You can set it based on how you want. So if you're working with a certain customer and all they work with is, or they have a specific list of companies that they work with or suppliers they work with, then we can take that into account here in supplier preferences. Last little thing to keep note, we have this little star. This is going to tell you which one's that default profile. Otherwise, you're going to have to make sure and select one of the other profiles when you're going through it. As we come on over to supplier groups, this is a new feature that we just came out with. This allows us to create a group for RFQs. So let's say we've thrown in a BOM and we need to send out requests to all of our wire suppliers um, for quotes. So we are going to be able to select this group and then automatically send those over to send those quotes over. The nice thing is we can set up new supplier groups. We can come in here, we can edit and add different ones. You know, just hit add right there. We can come in and add, let's say we add 4-star electronics, update it, boom, there we go. All updated, we're ready to go. These groups are already made to make it happen.